Welcome into the Do It Well podcast. It's the show that's spending the entire summer talking about the biggest event in the world, the World Cup. And frankly, it's a show that's feeling pretty good right about now after that U.S. game. Whew.
I don't know what to say.
I don't know what to say.
I'm speechless. Genuinely, I'm speechless.
Yeah. I mean, we said it earlier. Like, I couldn't have done a show last night.
Amazing.
I couldn't have done a show last night because I would have just been like, we're just so awesome.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, we're
dude.
so good. We're
So awesome.
good.
Dude, after the game, I just spent like the next 30 minutes just calling people and just being like, what'd you think?
What did I just...
Because I wanted to have the same conversation over and over and over again, which is like, we have arrived.
Yeah, we're good.
Right?
We're
That is
good.
what I kept saying. We have arrived.
Yeah.
And that's what it felt like. It was just like, as I was watching the game last night, right? And look, we were scoring goals, so it was easy to feel good.
Yeah.
But I was watching with buddies that I played with in high school and in college, and slowly just around the room, we just started like looking at each other and having this conversation of, we look different. I haven't seen a U.S. team look this sophisticated, this legit.
Yeah.
Like we had a presence about us that was just so confident and so polished, and like it looked like real.
We looked like a real
world
team.
class
Yeah,
soccer.
We looked like a real team. That's something that, for as long as I can remember, I never felt that way. Every World Cup game that we've played, I've always felt like we're playing not to lose.
Yes.
That's my mentality. I'm going in. I'm like, please, I'm like 0-0 tie. Yes. I'm like,
Yeah.
we didn't lose.
Yeah.
And yesterday was the first day where I was like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh.
And
like,
I think like on top of that too is like the first 80 seconds of the game,
yeah.
Paraguay kind of came at us, and there was that one kind of like half save from Freese where it came from the end line and like straight up to the crossbar, and he like tipped it over, and everyone's like, oh no. And after that,
it was
all U.S.
And I will say the difference between how Mexico looked in their opening game and how we looked in our opening game was that Mexico, it was this like frenetic, they were nervous, there were lots of fouls. The U.S. came out with like a controlled intensity. It was we did not lose our skill, our technique in that. In the first half, 71% possession, an all-time record for the U.S. in a World Cup game. Yeah. This was not like we came out guns blazing and like, we're gritty. It was like we came out with a sophisticated intensity and just dominated this team.
Yeah. Start to finish. Start to finish, phenomenal.
Yeah. Now, we have skipped over. We got to do trivia.
Oh,
if it's not obvious, we're talking about the U.S. game and pretty much nothing else. So we're going to do trivia, U.S. game, analysis, reflection, and then we'll finish up with who's doing it well, who's not doing it well. Okay. All right. So trivia question is, who holds the record for the most World Cup goals on the U.S. men's national team? Is it A, Christian Pulisic, B, Landon Donovan, C, Folarin Balogun, D, Clint Dempsey, E, Brian McBride? Did I just mispronounce Is it Folarin? It is Folarin.
Flo. Just go
Flow,
with Flo.
You and him are like that? Flo? Yeah, okay.
Balogun.
Flo Balogun.
Yeah.
And to clarify, this is most World Cup goals of all time.
Yeah. So I know that it's Landon Donovan.
You know for a fact.
It's Landon Donovan, Clint Dempsey, Brian McBride, then Flo and Pooley.
I mean, he seems pretty confident. My instinct would have been, I would have said Dempsey 1, Donovan 2, but what's the correct answer? Put it in the chat. Let's see. Oh, no, I thought I was right. So, okay, so it's Landon Donovan 5, Dempsey 4, Bert Patinaud 4, Brian McBride 3. All right, follow-up trivia. This guy, Bert Patinaud, do you know
1930, legend.
Okay.
I remember first time I saw Bert.
Right.
I remember the first time I saw
Bert was
play.
electric.
Oh my God, Bert was a hell of a player.
Okay, so for people who don't know, Bert scored the first ever World Cup hat trick in World Cup history. Scored the first hat trick for the United States in 1930 against Paraguay. And you know what else happened in that World Cup? we got to the semifinals.
Semis.
So let's just to put this in
Best
perspective.
finish ever.
The last time a U.S. men's national team player scored multiple goals in a World Cup game, it was almost 100 years ago. It was against Paraguay, and we got to the semifinals that year. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Listen, I
dude,
don't believe in coincidences, but
well, and here's the thing: when I watch Flo Balogun play, I see a bit of Bert.
oh yeah. Oh,
I see a bit.
yes. Yes. No, I remember. To
Bert.
your point, dude. I remember watching Bert play, and I had the same feeling when I watched Bert that I had watching Flo last night.
Yeah.
Very similar
players.
styles. Yeah, very similar styles.
Yeah, absolutely. No.
Okay, so let's get back into the announcement. So, what was your biggest takeaway from last night's game?
Okay, I'm gonna try not to be. I'm gonna take my fan hat off.
Yeah.
And say,
Yeah.
My biggest takeaway is the system works. Poch's system fully works.
Yeah.
And I think that's worth mentioning because, right, we haven't really seen. I said it before. The last real game we played was against the Netherlands in 2022.
You did make
right? Because he's been playing around with the roster so much. You know, last summer when you'd think we'd have our pretty much roster, right? People were calling it our C or B roster. Right? We had guys like Pulisic sitting out, and that was like, so there was some uncertainty in how it was going to look, right? And even in our 2 lead-up games, our warm-up matches, we were tweaking things, and we didn't see the full picture yet.
Yeah.
And I think now we see it, and we're like, yeah, this roster suddenly makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And this system that we're playing makes a lot of sense and really plays to our strengths.
It really
right?
does.
The 3-4-3 when we're building into a back 4, when we're defending. It makes a lot of sense, and it suits our guys really well.
Does.
So I think my biggest takeaway is this works.
100%. And by the way, that's an excellent point. That watching that game last night, those guys looked like they had been playing together for years. But they haven't. Like, we have not seen the U.S. To your point, you said this this week. The U.S. have not played a real game in years.
Yeah.
Or maybe a year, a full year?
Yeah.
Since the Gold Cup?
Well, Gold Cup,
yeah. Right. So you didn't have.
But even that Gold Cup,
yeah, we didn't have our full team.
Very different.
So
from this
to
team.
come out in the opening match and have it was almost like Poch has been in the lab, just like cooking up. He's like, these are my guys.
Yeah.
He's had this plan, and we saw it work for the first time, and it looked pretty seamless, dude.
Yeah, and I guess in the same vein, if we're talking about Poch, man, dude, he looked bought in. After Reyna's goal, Trivela. Oh, by the way, it's so spicy.
Yeah, so spicy.
Oh my god,
that was the first Trivela goal since Quaresma.
Behave.
Yeah.
Behave.
No, he's got to behave. Yeah.
Poch got in the dog pile, and I'm so fired up, dude. He is so bought in.
He is. I owe him an apology.
He's so bought in, and like his system is working. It suits our guys, and look, it's one game. You can't get ahead of yourself too much, but Paraguay,
but you kind of can, though.
Yeah, and I'm going to. But allow me. I will do just that. Because guess what? Paraguay is a really solid squad that beat teams like Argentina and Brazil in World Cup qualifying matches.
Real games.
Like real games in real life. They beat them. They conceded 6 goals, I think, in World Cup qualifying. Mm-hmm. We scored 4 against them in 97 minutes. So that's not
with
nothing.
One hand
Paraguay,
tied behind our back.
That's the thing.
Our best player.
That's the thing. The thing I keep hearing, the thing people keep asking. Yeah. My girlfriend, bless her heart, she said, "Yeah, but Paraguay legit." Yeah, babe, they're legit. Paraguay's good.
Paraguay's amazing.
Paraguay's good. Seriously, 6 goals allowed in World Cup qualifying.
Yeah.
We put 4 past them, and could have been a lot more.
It could have been more.
Could have been a lot
more.
And
actually, we're going to talk about that. One takeaway I have from this game is we shouldn't be satisfied. There's and I want to stay on some of the positives before we talk about some of the negatives, but we actually did leave a lot on the table. We conceded a pretty soft goal.
Yeah.
We should have been sharper in the final third.
Yeah.
There was one clear chance that Dest squandered in the first half, where Balogun played him and he was literally 1-on-1 with the keeper and had a touch that just took him to the right.
Huge touch.
That should have been a goal.
Yeah.
The other one that should have been a goal was when we stole it in the second half off of the Paraguayan left back, and I think it was Pepe Tillman passes to Pepe. Pepe passes it back to Tillman.
Yeah.
And Tillman needs to hit that one time, I think. Right? One time he took a touch, and then I think the shot got blocked or something.
There's a million ways to score that goal.
Yeah.
And they chose the one
The worst.
that didn't.
It was bad. It was bad. It was really bad.
It was just like, and I think that happens when you're so in command of a game where you start playing with your food.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that's exactly what they were doing.
Playing with their food.
If it's a 0-0 game, I think Pepe's taking that ball and he's putting it inside netting.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I think Tillman he's getting it and he's putting it
yeah,
away.
All right.
Like
I'll give the boys.
I think they were playing with their food. I don't think it speaks to us not being clinical, but like you're 100% right. We need goals matter. Goal differential matters. The difference between first and second place in the group could mean a lot. And
100%.
And so,
by the way, I think Paraguay has a chance to be second in the group. Just
yeah.
For people who don't think Paraguay's legit, I think they're going to beat Australia. And I'm blanking on who's the other team in the group.
Turkey.
Yeah, they're probably not going to beat Turkey. Okay, maybe third in the group. But my point is just Paraguay's not yes, we need to temper expectations or at least temper what last night means. But Paraguay's a legit team that we beat.
Yeah,
they're certainly better than South Africa, who Mexico barely squeaked by 2-0.
Yeah,
they're certainly
with the help
better
of two
than
red cards.
With the help of 2 red cards, and the poor keeper just gifting them a goal. Yeah.